Namaste everyone. So in this video I am going to explain what is grouped frequency distribution table, how to make a grouped frequency distribution table, and few more terms, that is what are lower limits, upper limits, what are class intervals, and what is the class size, and also what is meaning of class mark. So in the previous video, I explained all about ungrouped frequency distribution table. Now, already we have ungrouped frequency distribution table and we know how to find mean from ungrouped frequency distribution table. Then you may ask one question, what is a necessity to convert an ungrouped to grouped frequency distribution table? This is most important point you have to know. When we go for group data, when the data is very large, like here I have taken only 120 students, but suppose sometimes you come across with 100, 1000, 100 students. If I want to know some analysis on a bigger data, that is a maximum number of observations you have, that is like more than 10, 20. So it is very difficult to do analysis in that data. So for that sake, note it, when the data is very large, when we are unable to do proper analysis, then we convert an ungrouped data to grouped data. So, how to convert an ungrouped to grouped? This already you learned in 9th standard. Now let me give a quick recap how to convert an ungrouped data to grouped data, and what are the terms. You have new terms in the grouped frequency distribution table. Now, in the previous video I have taken this example. Now let me continue the same example, how to convert this into grouped. So here I have only number of observation is 20. But if you have more than 20 like 50, 100, it is very difficult to do analysis. So let me take this example only and convert into grouped data. Listen carefully. Whenever you want to convert this data to grouped, first you should know what is minimum here. What is a minimum observation? 5. And what is maximum observation? 50. So now you have to make some groups where the number of observations should be same in each group. So I hope everyone are following. We have to convert these observations into certain groups where the number of observation in each groups must be same. So now that you should decide. Now here I have taken 10 as a number of observation in each group. That is number of students number of marks in each group is 10. Here I am taking 10 as a class size and I am converting ungrouped frequency distribution table to grouped. Now, I already told you the minimum marks is 5 and the maximum is 50. So let me start with 0. 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50 and 50 to 60. Just now I told you the maximum observation is 50. Then why I took till 60? That let me explain now. Now I made some groups here. You can observe here I made 6 groups. All these groups, there is a name. What are they? They are called class intervals. So all these groups, whatever we make for an easy analysis, these groups are called class intervals. And you can see that is a left hand limits. We call them as left hand limits, are also called as lower limits. This left side 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 are called lower limits, and the right side limits, that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 are called upper limits. Now you can see this is one type of frequency distribution table, that is grouped frequency distribution table. It is also called as exclusive type of class intervals. Why it is exclusive? And one more frequency distribution table you have, that is called inclusive type of frequency distribution table. That is where the class marks are inclusive. Then what is the difference in that? Let me explain you. Now, how to do grouped frequency distribution table, which you already learned from 8th standard, 8th, 9th you learned. Now, let me explain you again. 0 to 10. Now, you have to see this ungrouped table and count from 0 to 10 how many are there. So, you have here 2 and 10 also here 1. So, 2 plus 1, 3. But here you can see I wrote only 2. Why I wrote 2? Because you can see that here 10 is repeated. The upper limit of the first class interval and the lower limit of the second class interval are same. You can see 20, 20, 30, 30, 40, 40, 50, 50. Then, where to count 10? Where I have to take 10 here? In the first class interval or in the second? Yes, it is in the second class interval. Here what I have to take from 0 to 9. Here from 10 to 19. So in this, why we call it is exclusive? Because the upper limit of each class interval is excluded and it is counted in the next class interval. That's why here I got the class frequency that is 2. I should not count 10 here. Next comes group 10 to 20. So you can see 10 to 20 is only 1. Next is 20 to 25. That is 3. 10 to 20 is 1 and next is 20 to 30. Just observe 20 to 30 from where 10 is already over and from 20 to 30 comes 25, that is 3. I cannot take 30 because 30 is the upper limit of this class interval. So like that you have to count in an ungrouped data in such a way that in each group you should exclude this upper limit. So 10 is counted in the second class interval, 20 is counted in the third and 30 in the fourth and so on. Now let me come to last 50. We have maximum marks 50. I hope everyone understood now why I took 50 to 60 extra class interval even though I don't have marks till 60. Because to maintain the class size same. Because 50 is not counted here, 50 is counted in the next class interval. That's why. So you can see how many students got 50? 2 students. So where I should enter that 50 students? I cannot enter here 40 to 50 because 50 is excluded. So I have to write the 2 students in the class interval 50 to 60. So in this way we do frequency distribution table. And just now I told what is the class size. Means when you do class intervals, the number of observations should be same. So how can you tell that the number of observations are same here? So that is called number of observation in each group should be same. That is called as class size. Then how to find the class size? Just concentrate. You can see here 20 and subtract 20 minus 10. 20 minus 10 is what? 10. 20 minus 10 is 10. 30 minus 20 is 10. 40 minus 30 is 10. 50 minus 40 are lower limits. When you subtract the consecutive lower limits or when you subtract the consecutive upper limits, we can observe that the size is 10. So how many observations are there in each group here? 10. You can count. So in each group we have taken here 10 observations. So class size is same. How to find the class size? By subtracting consecutive lower limits or by subtracting consecutive upper limits. We can find the class size. What is class size? Class size is the number of observation in each group and the number of observations in each group must be same. Now you can see here what is class size definition. Difference of any 2 consecutive upper limits or any 2 consecutive lower limits is called class size. So I hope everyone understood. What is this? This is grouped frequency distribution table where class intervals are exclusive type. Why we call exclusive? Because we exclude the upper limit in each class interval and we count in the next class interval. That's why we call it as exclusive type. Next comes the another table, same from this data only I have done. It is ungrouped frequency distribution table where it is inclusive type of class intervals. So what is difference you can observe? Here you can see 10, 10, 20, 20 it is repeated. But here there is no repetition. So what I took from 0 to 9, 10, next number is what? 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59. So why we call it is inclusive data, inclusive type of class interval? Because in each class interval, the upper limit is included here itself. So like if you count 0 to 9, how many observations you have? 10. Count 10 to 19, 10. 20 to 29, 10. So here also, how to find the class size? By subtracting consecutive upper limits or consecutive lower limits. You can just see 19 minus 9 is 10. 29 minus 19 is 10. 39 minus 29 is 10. 49 minus 39 is 10. 59 minus 49 is 10. So here also the same definition of class size, that is, but you might have learned in the lower classes that what is class size? Upper limit minus lower limit. So that goes wrong in one group, that is one ungrouped grouped frequency distribution table. Suppose if I do that, I'll get here 9 minus 0, 9, 19 minus 10, 9. That's why this type of grouped frequency distribution table, we cannot use upper limit minus lower limit. So instead, for both frequency distribution table, the only common definition of class size is difference of any two continuous or consecutive lower limits or consecutive upper limits. So till now we learned how to convert ungrouped frequency distribution table to grouped. There are two grouped frequency distribution table where in one case you observed exclusive type of class intervals. In another case you observed inclusive type of class intervals. Now one more term, new term we learn here, class mark. What is class mark? Class mark is nothing but average of lower and upper limit, that is lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. So when I take here in this, what is class mark? Lower is what? 0, upper is 10. 0 plus 10 divided by 2, that is 5. 5 is the class mark of this class interval. And when I go for second, lower limit is 10, upper limit is 20, 10 plus 20, 30, 30 by 2 is 15. So we have class mark, we can find the class mark for each class interval. Then what is class interval? Why we take class interval? Class interval represents the each class mark represents the each class interval. So to represent each class interval, we take class mark. Class mark is nothing but middlemost observation in each group. You can take any group. Middlemost observation in each group is nothing but class mark indirectly, which represents each class interval. That is, every class interval has one class mark. The class mark is the middlemost observation in that class interval, and the formula to find class mark is lower limit plus upper limit whole divided by 2. And if you remember 9th statistics, we use class mark to draw frequency polygon and also histogram with frequency polygon. So in this way, we completed now in this video how to convert ungrouped to grouped frequency distribution table, and we learned two more terms, that is what is class size, what is class mark, and also we learned what are class intervals. So with this, we completed whatever basic knowledge you want for statistics, whatever you learned in the previous classes, and we recalled all the terms in this video. Thank you.